Hello everyone, welcome back to another lab session of Root Hackers Lab. So in this lab session we were continuing next room of TryHackMe. It's a medium, it's a easy category room, and let's check out the description of this room. It tells us apply the knowledge gained throughout the vulnerability module in this challenge room. So we can exploit the vulnerability exist in this machine. So let's try and let's understand what is this. So let's start. the the first task is the introduction task. Summarize the skills learned in this module by completing this capstone room for the vulnerability research module. Acme Support Incorporated has recently set up a new blog. Their developer team have asked for a security audit to be performed before they create a publish articles to the public. If it is your task to perform a security audit on the blog, looking for and abusing any vulnerabilities that you find. Okay, so there is a vulnerable blog page, so we can find it and exploit it. No answer. Let's start hacking. Okay, so there deploy the vulnerable machine attached to this by pressing the green machine button. It is recommended that you use the TryHackMe attack box to complete this room. Okay, so let's start the machine, and here is our attack box. So we can exploit this machine with the help of this attack box. So let's so we need to wait for this to boot up this machine. Let's wait for a 2 minute or 3. Uh, 16 seconds remaining, 14 seconds remaining. Okay, so here is our vulnerable machine IP address. So first we can scan this with Nmap to discover the open ports and services, SVS, SS dash A, and then we start our port scan. Let's wait for this. I think there is a port 80 open on this port, so let's try this. Okay, so our Nmap scan is completed. First I check the IP address on my Firefox, so if there is a port 80 open or not. Okay, it's giving me a website interface. Welcome to Fuel CMS. So first I review the question, deploy the vulnerable machine attached to this task and wait 5 minutes before visiting the vulnerable machine. Okay, check. Answer. The answer is correct. What is the name of the application running on the vulnerable machine? So what is the name of the application? So it is the Fuel CMS and its version is 1.4. So this is the Fuel CMS. And the version is okay. So what is the version number of the application? 1.4. Let's review the fourth question. What is the number of the CVE that allows an attacker to remotely execute code on this machine? Okay, so there is a remote code execution vulnerability on this website. As you see here on my screen, this is the Fuel CMS 1.4 version. It's showing. So let me review all of the application. Okay, there is something interesting like this. To access the Fuel admin, go to this URL and username and password. Okay, there is an admin panel. Let me open this admin and login. So first we can discover the Fuel CMS. What is Fuel CMS? Okay, it's in the top. There is a CVE of Fuel CMS, so CVE 2018. Here I think, okay, there is a CVE of Fuel CMS 1.4. Okay, there is the exact version of our application. Allows PHP code evaluation via the page selects filter parameter or the preview data parameter. This can lead to pre-auth remote code execution. Okay, there is a remote code execution vulnerability on this. Let me review this. Okay, there is a exploit DB and there is SQL injection. No such. Okay, let me review this. There is a remote code execution vulnerability and this is the exact CVE number. So I think this is the question. What is the number of the CVE that allows an attacker to remotely execute code on this application? So we found a CVE number. This is the CVE number. Let me copy this and paste it in here. Why it's showing me it's wrong? Okay, let me check this. What's the problem of this? This. Okay, it's correct. Let's review the another question. Use the resources and skill learned throughout this module to find and use a relevant exploit to exploit this vulnerability. There are numerous exploits out there can be used for this vulnerabilities. Check and let me check the hint. Okay, if you are struggling, there is exploit in directly. Okay, we can use the exploit for this Fuel CMS. This exploit. This exploit is specially designed for remote code execution in Fuel CMS in this version. This is the same version of our vulnerable application of for this, as you see here. So we can download this and exploit the machine, but there is already exploit present in our machine here. This is the Nmap result. Let me clear this. There is no such important. So there is already exploit present on my machine. So what's the directory? User exploits. Okay, user share exploits and vulnerability capstone. Okay, there is a good indication. User share exploits and ls. Okay, here is the another directly vulnerability x ls. As you see here, there is a exploit.py file. Let me check this exploit nano. Okay, there is a Python code. So let me run this on our vulnerable machine. So if you're facing any question, please tell me in the live chat before we can exploit this. Okay, I think you here don't have any question. So let's exploit this Python 3 and then my exploit name. And what's my IP address of this machine is here. Let me paste my IP address here. Okay, as you see here, it's give me a specific fuel CMS exploit page to exploit fuel CMS vulnerability. So first we can set up our listener and then we access this fuel CMS and access this machine. I mean hack this machine. Okay, so first set up my listener and CLVNP and my port number is 8080. It's listening on this port. Okay, here are some options like exit to exit this app, like shell underscore me, get a reverse shell from netcat. That this is our netcat listener, and we get a reverse shell from this machine. So there is an option for this. We can use this. And let's enter my IP address. Not my IP address, just my target IP. Okay, my attacking machine IP address. So let me enter my own IP address to exploit this machine. Let me hit enter. Okay, so as you see here, there we can get a reverse shell from this machine. So that's amazing. ls, so it's give me a lot of folders and files. So let me check my current location, cd dot dot and then ls cd dot dot and then ls cd dot dot and then ls. Okay, there is a lot of directories, so I interested in the home directory, cd home ls. There is ubuntu directory, so let me switch to ubuntu ls. Okay, so as you see here, there is a flag.txt file. So first check the questions. What is the value of the flag.txt on this vulnerable machine? That this is located in home ubuntu on the vulnerable machine. So okay, there is my flag.txt that is located in home ubuntu location. So let me open this file, flag.txt. Okay, so as you see here, this is our final flag of this challenge. So I swear you like this live session and you understand how to exploit this machine. So as you see here, we can exploit this vulnerable machine. So if you like this, like, share, subscribe the channel. So goodbye.